Breakfast with Cobb Colvin.
Trickstar Radio.
That one there, our Trickstar Radio track of the week, coming from Razor and Hamdi. What are you going to do? How do you feel about that one?
Love it.
Love it. It sounds of the Hamdi just on.
Yeah, Hamdi's a great guy.
He's someone that he's just a very smiley fellow. He's someone that is just like has that infectious happiness.
I feel like we'd get along.
Yeah. Right. Let's talk about Lengoland as a label then, obviously, because I feel this is very much. It's not a new direction, but it's been like it seems like it's been the focus for the last sort of year or so. That has been very sort of focused on putting music out there, getting the branding correct for the label side of things, building those sort of connections as a label that you need to kind of make away from it being like just a forum, being a standalone like label aspect. So how long was the idea of putting Lengoland into label format in the works?
I mean, the idea was always there, but I guess the resources weren't always. So it was kind of good to have Cygnus kind of approach us and be like, yo, here's some money, set up a label. That was very helpful. Yeah, for sure. But I think, for me anyway, it's always been in the back of my mind to have a platform like that. So yeah, it's been about
for a while, and I think it's something that was always eventually going to happen when you look at what like Lengoland is, where you look at the amount of people that are involved in it, you look at the amount of people that have like played the event, the amount of people that have been there, they've posted their tunes in there, they've gained like lots of extra views from doing it. It was always going to eventually happen, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So when we kind of look at like the what was your sort of background in this before?
I've been around for a minute. I've done everything from design to development to management to I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Which is sort of what something like Lengoland needs. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah.
Because there are so many different elements to what's going on. It's good to have like a bit of knowledge in every sort of field to have like a steering direction.
Yeah, just I think what I like about Lengoland as a whole is just kind of like the get up and go kind of attitude that everyone seems to have. Like you have people that do their own marketing, do their own like social media, do their own everything, you know, and they learn little bits. Not every single person's going to make it into whatever, but at least they've learned a skill on the way up. Do you know what I mean?
So when you're saying this, are these the people that you've been like releasing with that you're talking here?
This is just the people in general.
Well, the people in the group.
Just the people in the group in general. Like, I like that they want to push out and do their own thing, and if they don't have the ability to jump on and have a good management company from the offset, they'll try to find ways to manage themselves better or get their own bookings in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and there is that sort of DIY attitude.
Yeah,
to a lot
I
of
love
stuff
that. I love that.
So we've been it's been a bright start label wise. It's a label that's definitely hit with like an immediate impact. You know what I mean? It's not something that's kind of gone, oh, we're doing releases now. It's been like simmering away at the bottom. Like the first was it Wito who had the first official release?
That was Wito was the first one. Yeah.
So how did that go down? Like, did it go as well as you expected?
I mean, anything that gets people's attention in terms of Lengoland is a success to me. So. Yeah, everything. Yeah,
everything. Yeah. I mean, like release-wise, I remember we actually had a conversation about this beforehand. We were talking about like what direction should the label kind of go down. And do you feel you made the right decision in sort of sound?
To be decided.
To be decided. You can look at that 10 years down the line.
Yeah, I like to leave that stuff for hindsight. I'd say for what we're releasing now, it feels good to me. Is it going to change anytime soon? 100%.
100%. So you are going to look to kind of move around sort of different sounds?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Why not?
I think, again, with a group as kind of like diverse as Lengoland in genres and stuff, you kind of have to. You know what I mean?
Not even to do with the group, just me as a listener.
Okay.
First and foremost. Because what I have to remember is like I've got a group to cater for, and I'm not always going to make the best decisions. So rather than making one decision and being like, this is what the whole group wants, I have to kind of remember that they're also me. Do you know what I mean? They will like different things at different points. So if I move with the wave, then yeah, I have
definitely. So artist-wise, like it seems like there's quite like a moderately large roster for the amount of time you've been running. Like, who have you released with so far? If we're looking at like artists in general,
Wito, JG, Silk, MPH, KSH, Sean Dean. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, there's been a few. There's been a few like floating around, and we look at kind of like obviously you said you've worked in sort of like the design sort of side of things before. Something I do kind of talk about the Lengoland releases is the kind of they're very striking. The artworks they kind of catch you straight away, and I don't know if that's just the sort of colours that are being used, but they are instant. You notice them straight away on like a track listing, or like when you're like looking through releases on a Juno download or a Beatport or something like that. When you notice the releases there, is that something that was done intentionally, or was it just again a natural formation?
I love obnoxious things.
Okay. Please talk to me about this, please.
No, like obnoxious sounds, just I don't know. It's for me. It's a whole case of being noticed. You know, like if I have a really bright release cover that sits amongst like hundreds or so on a store,
hundreds of black and white, like, minimal.
It just I don't know. It cuts through the grease sometimes. It doesn't always work. Don't get me wrong, but I just like to kind of have my little fingerprint and be like, yo, that's me.
Yeah,
you know?
and have it so it is like you're going to notice what we're doing.
Yeah,
you're going to notice what
by
we're
hook or by crook.
So, like, do you feel with the people you've released with, do you feel they've already gained like significantly from doing the Lengoland releases?
I'd hope so.
Yeah,
I think with artists like Wito, definitely 100%. I mean, that's someone that I've kind of, I want to say, worked with from the beginning. You could say. When I was first talking to him, he had played like a handful of shows, if that. And the year that we kind of jumped onto stuff, he just went up. He just went up.
I remember, and again, we had that conversation over the phone, and I remember you saying, if this works, he's going to blow up off it.
And the thing is, we will talk about a completely different track when we were first going to set up the label. Yeah, so I'm really happy that he's on board, and I like to see what he's doing and progressing with.
Yeah.
So,
and I can see from like a distance that it's definitely coming together for him, which is cool to see.
Thank you.
We're going to jump into this one next from Claybrook, and this one is Headshot.
Biggest tune of the year.
Give me some info on this one, other than biggest tune of the year.
Biggest tune of the year.
Who's Claybrook?
Claybrook is a lovely man from Birmingham.
It's everyone just from Birmingham.
Everyone's just from Birmingham and Liverpool.
I mean, it's a spiritual home. It's one of the spiritual homes.
Hey, listen, Chris Lorenzo's from Birmingham, so like, give us that.
Right then, 38 minutes past 8. We're live on Trickstar Radio. Again, what is the best social media for Lengoland?
At Lengoland UK on the IG and Lengoland on Facebook, etc.
Good stuff. Make sure you do go and can you still join the group?
Yeah, man. Yep. Just link up.
Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Don't go anywhere.
I might say no. I don't know.
So on the pretext you don't say no, go and join the group and you can see what the fuss is about. Yeah. There we go. This one coming from Claybrook. This one is Headshot. 39 minutes past 8 here, live on Trickstar Radio. Don't go anywhere.
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with KXVU.